In this video we'll continue from the last video, and we'll look at the last bit of material for 214, that is the confidence intervals for two samples proportions. We have the same concept as with averages. We have two groups, group 1 and group 2, or samples 1, 2, whatever. Out there we have a true proportion for group 1 and a true proportion for group 2, P1 minus P2. And we're not interested in the actual numbers, even though you'll see that when we do probabilities we need those, but right now we don't. What we're interested in is finding an estimate of this. And to get that estimate we need sample sizes N1 and N2, always necessary, and sample proportions P hat 1 and P hat 2. Note that sometimes you're given proportions and sometimes you have to calculate those proportions. Alright, a proportion, say P hat 1, is calculated by getting the number of items in the sample with the particular characteristics, say x1, and divided by the sample size n2. Alright, so for instance, if we have a class of 100 students and 15 of those are left-handed, then the proportion of left-handed students in that class is 15 divided by 100. Right, two numbers on top of each other. The confidence interval for the true difference in the proportions is the sample difference. Alright, P hat 1 minus P hat 2 plus or minus an appropriate z-value times the standard deviation, which is an estimate, sigma hats of P hat 1 minus P hat 2. Alright, the P hat 1 minus P hat 2 is simple enough. You get the two sample proportions and take the difference. The z-value is the same as how we've done the z-value thus far for confidence intervals, and the standard deviation, I need to show you the formula. Alright, so sigma hat with a subscript P hat 1 minus P hat 2. So it's the estimated standard deviation, hence the hat on the sigma, of the sample difference, which is P hat 1 minus P hat 2. Formula for that, square root of P hat 1 times 1 minus P hat 1 divided by N1 plus P hat 2 times 1 minus P hat 2 divided by N2, and don't forget to take the square root of the whole thing.